Without further ado, bear down.
Bear down. So I'm sorry. There's one constant. It's nag.
It was almost 4th and 21 at one point. Think about this shit. Like, not fucking rocket science.
Nick Foles looked like he was standing on top of a broom.
At least we have a fucking kicker.
We finally have a kicker.
After
It's like 3rd and 4, and he's throwing 3 yards on an out route. I'm fucking done.
How the fuck does a college quarterback just throw it away within a second of knowing I don't have shit?
Yeah,
And Foles is like,
for how
I'm
fucking
gonna
long.
fold.
He's a
I'm gonna
fucking
just
lawn
fold.
chair.
You're not.
He's literally a lawn chair. You just fucking fold immediately.
Nick Foles.
Took that shot. Bear down.
Hey guys, welcome back to 4th and 21, a Bears podcast by Bears fans for Bears fans. I'm Arturo. This is Alex.
Joined by Brian Earl Cracker right here.
Very, yeah. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment, and hit the notification bell. As well as check out Low Down Sound, the band that makes our intro from now on going forward. So
You didn't like that?
it was just because he said cracker, and I didn't think of Nutcracker. I was like, that's a little.
No. Oh my God. Trying to make it a race fucking thing.
Everything
Nutcracker, Brian Earl Cracker. That's all right. Bear down.
Pack cracker.
God, I feel like he was on the team the last time we fucking beat the Packers. I don't think that's true.
No,
I hope not.
because
There's no way.
That was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he wasn't selling the team.
3 years.
3 years, something like that. All right. Bears Lions, 5-6 versus 4-7. My original prediction was for the Lions to win 24-7. What did you have?
I had us winning 20-10.
You want to make any amendments on that?
I think we're still gonna win.
Okay. What you got to score at?
23 to. Let's see. 23-16.
23-16. All right. I really want to say that the Lions can't beat the Bears in Chicago. Trubisky's record is 4-2 against them. I believe 4-0 in his last starts against them. Like, we've absolutely owned the Lions recently. But the one thing that scares me is Patricia getting fired. Apparently pumped up their team. And who the fuck's their new head coach? Or their interim head coach? Daryl Bevell.
Interim.
Yeah,
Interim.
so
I don't know.
interim.
Look it up. Let us know.
Daryl Bevell, he apparently is very excited and got the team excited. And I've noticed with teams this year, Atlanta, as soon as they fired Dan Quinn, they've done a lot better. Houston fires their fucking head coach, Bill O'Brien, who sucks ass. Of course they were going to get better. They've gotten better. So I think like firing head coaches that have been just trash kind of pumps the team up. But I do think the Bears are going to come out more pumped up because of Nagy's speech, calling them all out, which he hasn't done all season and which he doesn't do. It's not his character. I am going to take the Bears as much as it fucking pains me, because if we lose again, I'm really going to fucking lose it. We'll be tied in the division with the Lions at that point. I'm going to take, and I'm not fucking losing this week. You're taking a shitty shot. I want to take them 28-20. I think, well, there's no way we can fucking only score touchdowns, right? There's no way that's possible.
Well, that's why I have us scoring 3 field goals.
I'm keeping my integrity. 28-20 is my change score. Bears win. Yeah, what do you think the keys are?
Going off of last week, our defense needs to fucking show up. Our offense, I don't see us getting worse from here on out. Trubisky's going to get back in the groove of playing. Just don't make fucking Don't go for anything extra. Just like I said last time, keep it simple, execute those plays. And with that and our defense showing up, is Galladay out?
So no, he's projected to come back this week.
Okay, I was gonna say if he's out, gives us a slight advantage. But also, I don't know what the coaching is going to be like. I don't know how much different it's going to be, how much we can study their previous tapes. Because
Well, I think their offense is going to be different.
besides
because
us being shitty, the Lions have also been under shitty management. So
the interim head coach is an offensive coordinator, so I think the offense will change because now he gets to run whatever he wants. Defense, I would be surprised if it changed too much. But what you're saying is the defense is going to crack down?
they're going to crack down and go for the nuts, hopefully.
Oh, go for the nuts. There we go.
Like a squirrel would, not like that.
No, oh, okay.
But yeah, I think we honestly have a really good chance if our defense shows up with our newly found offense, which was what we started with. And also, I think it's going to come down to if Buster Screen and Eddie Jackson. Roquan, I think, is going to have another good game. I don't have to really talk about him. I think he just had a funky game. Everyone did. Eddie Jackson and Buster Screen needs to fucking lock down his man. Jackson needs to fucking tackle. We need to, like you said, rush 4 when the time is right. Three's just going to give him a fucking 5-yard pass over the top of our defenders. And they'll do that all fucking game. And it's going to break down our defense, and we're going to keep doing the same old shit because we're going to get down on ourselves. It's going to come down to, like Nagy said, is have pride in yourselves. Have pride in the team, but have pride in yourselves. Like, don't fucking – just because something's going bad, just slump down and stop. If you start doing something, it's going to be a chain reaction. People will follow suit. And with the defense doing well, our offense producing, our defense getting back on the field after producing, I think as a cohesive unit, which we haven't had all year, that's the key to fucking win this game, is just be a unit, but also have pride in yourself and fucking play like you are an NFL player that gets paid millions, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, just show up. Show up. We did not show up against Packers until the fourth quarter, and we showed up for once in the offense, just showed up in general, and then our defense did not. We just fucking had some things going, and our
It's
defense
not like
didn't.
our offense was that great last week.
It wasn't, but we haven't had an offense.
It was just
We
better.
haven't had an offense. You know how
It was
good it is
just
to
better,
see us
but-
score actual
But
touchdowns?
those 3 mistakes, there were still 3 turnovers on offense. That still can't happen, especially if you're against like such a good offensive team. So
Well,
like
that's why I said I don't think we can get
if-
worse going forward.
if we
still
have 3
sucked.
if we have 3 turnovers, can we beat Detroit?
If our defense produces 3 turnovers, possibly. If our defense doesn't show up, we are fucked again.
Well, to be fair, the last time the Lions played, it was against Houston, and I'm pretty sure they gave up the ball 2 plays in a row against the Houston defense. But that
mean,
could also put them on like fucking high alert for turnovers. So
Yeah. Possibly. I mean, yeah, if we give up the ball 3 times, if we get the ball 3 times, I think it might equal out. But basically, they just both need to show up. We already know our special teams is going to not be great, but not be terrible after we got rid of fucking Ginn. And
yeah, I don't know who the new guy was in last week, but he did all right. I didn't even know that we signed him. I thought we were going to keep using Anthony Miller.
Montgomery's fucking playing well again.
Montgomery.
So as long as we show up, I think we've got a fucking solid chance against, especially the Lions. Yes, they're fired up, but hopefully, like you said, Nagy lighting a fire under these guys' asses will do the same thing. And at this point, it is, if we have any chance, you have to win every fucking game.
Yeah.
So
Well, that is true.
Either fucking
And
do
it
it.
has to start now.
Yeah, so either fucking
I
show
want
up
to see a
tomorrow.
fire under their asses this week.
Show up tomorrow, or if you show up the next weeks after that, you're basically either looking for a job somewhere else, or you just fucking don't know how football works. It's
All right.
taken us this long.
I have a question.
No, I will not make out with you.
Will you double up this week? So whoever loses this week has to take a double shot of whatever nasty fucking liquor we choose. Well, he's pussing out.
Yeah, just because you've sucked and have lost 2 weeks in a row, now you're trying to make me take 2 and 1.
No, I'm just that confident about my score this week. Come on, you got to make some sort of decision. Got any?
If I get a
You
shot,
got nuts, bro?
if I get a fucking either a shot
Nut
worth,
up or shut up.
shot worth of chaser, because I know you're gonna pick something gross as fuck.
No. Well, I will. Okay, no, we'll do one.
Or I
one
take
shot at the beginning,
or,
one
I was
shot in
gonna
the
say
middle.
or stagger it.
Stagger it.
I mean, not like I'm gonna lose, but
It's gonna be staggered. Come on. Nut up or shut up, Art.
time do we play Sunday?
11.
All right, but we're recording that day.
I can't promise you that. I got shit going on later in the day, but why can't we record Monday?
You don't have shit going on. You're supposed to be home.
Well, I have shit going on. They don't need to know what the fuck I got going on.
Yeah, call the cops. All
I
right,
gotta Zoom with my family, bro. Chill
right.
out.
All right, whatever. Double.
All right. We're doubling up. I will cheers to that.
Fucking Christ. You can just taste Canadian Mist right now.
Don't
I
worry.
was
I'll get
so-
you something worse than that.
Honestly, that's like, I was so happy when I didn't have to take that shit. Fuck. I've had people come into work since that day and buy like pints of Canadian Mist, and I'm like, or even like
Dude, fucking
750s.
psychos.
There's like just
Fucking psychos. That
and
shit
I'm
is so
like,
bad.
I want to be like, how the fuck do you drink this shit?
Dude,
I
that
drink
shit,
it.
it
and I
is
fucking
spoiled
hate it.
whiskey. It is rotten whiskey.
Whatever. To each their own.
All right. So I think the keys. So what kind of scares me is we don't know if Akeem Hicks is going to be back. Mac is currently
He didn't practice today.
is injured, quote unquote.
Little bitch.
He's been doing that all season long, so I'm sure he'll play. But I don't know about Akeem yet. And DeAndre Swift, and he didn't. I don't believe he really crushed us week 1, but Adrian Peterson did. So their rushing offense could play like a similar role that Aaron Jones played to the Packers last week. So I'm a little bit worried about that aspect of it. Kenny Golladay coming back as well. With him and Marvin Jones on the field and TJ Hawkinson, they have weapons. They just seem to be a really unclutch team.
Well,
So
same. They
that's
don't
what
know
I'm kind of like leaning on. Like I said, though, at the beginning of the video, I'm worried that Patricia getting fired is actually going to fire them up, because that has happened to a lot of teams in the NFL this year.
It will,
But on the switch side, like, I see that the Bears are going to come out pumped up as hell because they haven't been called out by their coach like they just recently were. And I can't see that defense coming out and not performing 2 weeks in a row.
they have to do it from the get-go. Though.
They've
they can't
been-
fucking show up in the
they've
second
been-
half.
Like, our rock this entire year, the only reason that we've been what we've been so far this year is because of our defense. So I cannot see them fucking up 2 weeks in a row, and I can't see them allowing a lot of rush yards 2 weeks in a row. Just because they stopped Henry and then Dalvin Cook and then fucked up against Aaron Jones, but I think that was because we were really scared of Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying
Fuck that guy.
Stafford is bad, but he doesn't scare me like Aaron Rodgers scares me. So I think we'll focus on the run again, stop the run, and then be like, okay, Stafford, you have to beat us. Kind of like what we did with Kirk Cousins.
Fuck that
And
guy,
yes,
too.
Kirk Cousins did end up beating us, but I think it'll be a different team this week. We have, like, Lions, if they lose, they don't have much going on, like, for them this year. They may fucking tank the rest of the season. Like, they're pretty much already out of the playoff race. They're pretty much done. They don't have as much to fight for as the Bears do. So if the Bears come out and suck at Soldier, why the fuck are we even playing the rest of the games? I'll still watch every fucking snap because I can't help it. But at that point, I will feel abused by the Bears, like in a relationship type of way, you know, like a domestic abuse, you know, like I give them everything that I have. I love them. I cheer for them week in, week out, and then they just abuse me. They're just painful to watch.
It's like staying
5-1.
It's,
I'm
it's
like,
an abusive relationship.
it is an abusive relationship.
hard to
All I
walk
do is
away.
give them, I mean, I shit on them a little bit, but I don't abuse them. They abuse me. Especially this week. They abused me. So I can't go through that again. I will go through it no matter what happens.
Yeah, I was
but
hungover as fuck the next day.
yeah, yeah.
For sure, we all slept in pretty fucking late.
It was a late one for sure. But so defensively, I think we'll show up. Buster Screen won't show up because he pretty much never does. He makes 1 or 2 good plays a game versus 3
He
or
needs
4.
to cut his hair.
versus
It's
3 or
cutting
4.
down his fucking hair. Like
No, he just
he needs
isn't
something.
good.
He needs to fucking do something.
He
Either
just
fucking
isn't good.
Meditate, do yoga.
But my question is, why do all of the teams that play us are like, go after Buster Screen? Why don't we just attack one fucking player on their team that's bad? We never do that.
Because
we're
we
like,
can't
we're like,
execute our-
no, we have
can
to fucking,
barely
we have to
execute
run
our offense.
fucking scheme. It doesn't matter about their
You
fucking
think-
defensive player.
You think we have the
You wanna come up
ability
here?
to target one person when we can't even execute offense in general?
Yeah, but it's like, why can't we just target their bad players like other people target ours? But regardless, I think our defense will do well. Buster Screen will still do shit. I do see us forcing at least 1 turnover this game because that's been our weakness defensively this year. Is like we can't force turnovers like we did 2 years ago, even
Buster
last
Screen,
year.
pick 6.
Absolutely fucking not.
If he does,
Offensively-
you need to take a quadruple
Offensively,
shot.
we need to fucking run.
Missed.
Offensively, fine. If Buster Screen gets a pick 6, I'll take a quadruple shot. Offensively, I think we need to run the ball with Montgomery. Like, literally, like, power the fucking ball. Like,
Well, especially with Trubisky in there. Get him a running start. Don't
exactly.
do that shit where he gets it and then he's like,
And then keep
Where
and
do
then
I
keep,
go?
And then keep Trubisky rolling right or left. Like when he's rolling, we make good plays. But then we have him sitting in the pocket, and that's when things go awry. Run the ball, keep Mitch moving, have him run a few fucking times, like a pitch option kind of thing. Offensively, I think we'll do better. I'm expecting Cole Kmet to have an expanded role this week.
I'm expecting Cole Kmet to hold on to the ball.
Wrigley, come on, up here, get up here. All right, do you want to go through who your projected scat of the week is?
I hope this isn't the case, but I'm going to say Anthony Miller.
I can see where you're coming from.
I
can
I
write
hope
it down.
that's
Write
not-
it down
I
next to your
hope that's
projection.
not the case.
Right, S. Anthony Miller.
Yeah,
That way we can
I hope
keep
that's
track
not
of
the
it.
case. But right now in my head, when you said that, I was like, there's one person that every week I'm like, he's most likely gonna be okay. But there's a fucking in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck, dude, this guy dropping passes, fucking us over when we didn't have an offense, when we had Foles out there and had a chance to do shit, and he's just dropping unnecessary passes, just not finishing his route, and then it was like both faults. But I just really think he has a very high chance of fucking up, and I hope it's not the case, but I think it's going to be Miller.
I understand where you're coming from with that. The one thing I would say is that Anthony Miller seems to have really good games against Detroit. I think he's very confident playing
This
against
whole
Detroit.
year's been shit, so I'm not going off
So I'm going to say that
past experience.
he'll be fine. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Buster Screen is scat of the week. I know. Long shot.
Yes, I just
But-
don't want to beef.
It doesn't. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna be Buster Screen. He's gonna fucking suck. All right, we got for Beast of the Week.
I'm gonna go Roquan
Okay.
after
okay.
after a not a week where he didn't show up, barely mentioned.
Barely.
I think he's gonna fucking put it on himself, like he has all season, talking about what he can do better. I think he's been quiet. After a week off, coming back and not doing shit, I think he's gonna come back and fucking just go after them, like bears going after porridge. So Miller, Scat, Smith, Monster.
Beast.
Beast Monster,
Whatever.
fucking dragon.
I do like that pick. I think that's a really good pick, really smart pick. It's kind of like my Buster Screen pick. To me, it's a little bit more obvious.
Yeah, but last week he played like shit, so.
But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say.
Do not say Leno.
Yes, I'm gonna pick an offensive lineman for Beast of the Week.
Hey,
Um,
could be.
no, I'm gonna say. Who got truck sticked week 1 against Detroit?
You thinking Jalen?
I think Jalen Johnson, that being a highlight of the week, I think he's going to come out there and fucking – I mean, he laid out fucking – who was it? Lazard last week. And he could have fucking picked it off if he wasn't just standing over him like a –
It was also.
No, it wasn't. It was fucking right next to him.
Really? Did you get a 3D view? 'Cause the guy
I'm not the
behind
only
him-
person. I'm not the only person that thinks
Okay,
that.
but the guy behind him had a way clearer fucking chance.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just hit the guy, and then instead of standing over him, fucking maybe find the ball first.
Did you know that hitting the guy was just going to
However-
pop out? No, you didn't.
However,
He's played 10 years in the NFL.
yes, I'm going to go with Jalen Johnson. I think that getting run over week 1 and being a highlight, I think he's going to this week. I mean, he did actually end the game week 1, I believe, by batting it out of the air. But I'm going to go Jalen Johnson. All right.
If Johnson and Smith both have good games. that's
I
all-
really want to pick a fucking offensive player for Beast of the Week, but there's nobody fucking trustworthy on our offense. I want to say Montgomery, but because he just had a good week, he'll probably have a bad weekend, not because of him, but because of our offensive line, because of our play calling. So
Yeah.
I just don't trust anybody on our offense enough to ever call them a Beast of the Week, but I also do think Jalen Johnson's going to make several big plays, either pass breakups and an interception is what I'm calling. Are you good?
I'll be good after we win. Yeah.
All right, guys, don't abuse us this week.
Not you.
We already have the fucking black eye. You know, we're telling people we ran into a doorknob when you're really just beating us up every week. Please don't do it again. This is for the season. If we lose this, the season's over. We're not going to the playoffs. There's like zero fucking chance. So please just give us hope. Just give us something to talk about, you know, for the last 4 weeks. So, yeah. Cheers. Bear down.
Check out Lowdown Sound.